Tomorrow is opening day for the rifle mule deer. I'm going to be shooting a Winchester XPR, 150 grain bullets. We're using the Deer Season XP. Shooting great. Now we just got to find a big buck for tomorrow.
When you come here, you're not just hunting bucks, you're hunting a certain buck. That's the management practices that we have.
He's clear.
Nebraska has become a sleeper state for giant mule deer. Whether it's early season archery or opening day of rifle season, Deer Meadows Outfitters has a strict management plan that provides opportunities for huge mule deer.
One of the hunts that I look forward to every single year, well, that's coming out to Deer Meadows in Nebraska. We hunt in the sandhills, and every year we're going after big bucks. But it's not just going after big bucks, it's the number of deer that you see. Now, year after year, I've been coming out here, and it honestly has never let me down. And the reason that they can do this year after year after year, it's because of their management.
In Nebraska, you're allowed 2 tags, which is very helpful for archery / rifle hunters, or if you want 2 archery bucks or 2 rifle hunts, or, you know, any combination like that. The sandhills are very spot and stock friendly for archery and rifle. We had a really high success rate on opportunity at 40 yards and in on archery bucks with bows. With crossbows, you know, we'll let you shoot out to 50 yards, even though, you know, they're capable of much more. And the opportunity, you know, at a really good mature buck is really high.
Well, here's my 3 shots. The nice thing is you can see it from quite a ways back. But this is, right now we've got a really strong crosswind, so you're seeing a little bit of wind drift. But overall, we should be set. We're gonna be out here in Nebraska. Tomorrow is opening day for the rifle mule deer. I'm gonna be shooting a Winchester XPR and 300 Win Mag, 150 grain bullets. We're using the Deer Season XP. Shooting great. Now we just gotta find a big buck for tomorrow. Well, we're out here in Nebraska at Deer Meadows Outfitters, one of my favorite places to kick off the firearms season, and we have got a ton of bucks. Now what we're doing right now, we got out here kind of just hidden in these hay bales, and we have got so many deer out in this winter wheat pivot. The deer are just coming from all over, and that's the best thing. Right now, it is during the rut, so you want to be where the deer are, and there's no question, this is where the deer are. I can see quite a few bucks. Haven't seen any real big ones yet, but Scott said he's been seeing some nice deer coming through here. So it's just awesome. We've got a perfect vantage point right here. You can see that entire pivot. The sun's coming up, and we have got some awesome weather this week. We're talking 40s and 50s. I don't know how many times I've been out here and it's below zero. Well, not this time.
Hunting mule deer in the rut is something Melissa looks forward to every year and has booked her hunt for opening day of rifle season. Right here on Winchester Deadly Passion.
Look at this deer. Have you ever seen anything like it? Deep forks, just so heavy.
Closed captioning provided by DSG Outerwear, doing something great for women in the outdoors by outfitting with the ultimate in fit, function, warmth, and comfort in women's hunting gear. Designed specifically for women by women. Outfitting every season from sizes extra small to 5XL. Visit dsgouterwear.com to locate a retailer near you. This segment was brought to you by Sportsman's Alliance. Our heritage, our fight. Protecting hunting from coast to coast.
Did you know hunters and target shooters have paid $6.8 billion in excise taxes since the inception of the Pittman-Robertson Act of 1937? This was a self-imposed tax by sportsmen to fund direct conservation efforts across the country. Just another fun fact showing how sportsmen and women are helping make a difference. Ready?
Melissa Buckman is hunting with Deer Meadows Outfitters in Nebraska.
Not a shot.
2 seasons ago, she connected on one of her best bucks.
Golly, I can't even believe this. You want to talk about a beauty. Look at the size of the back of his neck. I have never seen one quite like this.
What
Extra.
a beautiful deer.
Look at this extra one.
Last year, Melissa and Scott Kewen located another bruiser buck with deep forks and heavy mass. Stalking into range, Melissa self-films the hunt, and Scott ran a second angle and captured yet another monster mule deer moment.
Oh my gosh, we got it done. Oh my gosh.
There's no question Deer Meadows Outfitters is the place to be during the mule deer rut.
Oh my gosh, I can't even believe it. Look at this deer. Have you ever seen anything like it? Deep forks, just so heavy. What an absolute stud. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe it. And you always think it can't get any better. It just did.
It's, yeah, this is a giant.
This is by far the biggest mule deer I have ever shot. We started seeing deer right off the bat. Now, Scott had said that the rut was just starting to ramp up and we were seeing that rutting activity. Now, the good and the bad thing about the rut, well, the good thing is sometimes you can bring new bucks in. The bad thing is sometimes the bucks that have always been there, they can disappear. We've got at least 3 good bucks in there, 2 4-year-olds, 1 5-year-old. Just saw one kind of sniff up on the doe, got her up. It is awesome to see him. This is honestly what good management looks like. There are so many nice deer. I've been working all morning on trying to let Scott get me to shoot one of these deer, but no such luck yet.
You know, Melissa was excited on some of the bucks, and I'm like, no, you can't shoot that buck, you know. But with our management, we know what each buck's gonna do. We've got some 3-year-olds coming up that are pushing 170 inches. You know, at 5, they're gonna be over 200 inches. We know what they can do, so we know exactly what bucks that we wanna go after. Here we are, spotting more bucks. I spotted them, showed her where they're at. That's usually the way it goes, I have to find them.
Should we really have passed all these bucks? And I'm confident when you're in a good location, you just trust the people you're hunting with and you hope for the best.
Going smoothly. As long as I show her buck, she doesn't get cranky. And as long as she has,
he doesn't get cranky.
as long as there's enough snacks, she doesn't.
He's like pork chop. I feed him enough treats, he's good to go. Except for I don't know how many treats I need to feed him to shoot this buck in here. But I got 2 bags. I got an Angle cooler full of chocolate. That's not enough.
That might work.
The chase for a specific buck is narrowed down, and the stalk begins.
This segment was brought to you by Boss Buck. For the most user-friendly and dependable feeder on the market, choose Boss Buck feeders. Now you're getting serious. Winchester Deadly Passion is presented by hard-hitting Easton Arrows, Winchester, the American legend, HHA Sports, the leader in single-pin technology, Scent Killer Gold with Hunt Dry Technology Plus. Apply it, dry it, and go hunt. Rage Broadheads, leading the evolution in lethal technology. SPYPOINT Trail Cameras. Sportsman's Alliance, protecting hunting from coast to coast. And Moose Utility Division, your leader in ATV, UTV accessories.
Now what we're gonna look at is, I gave Scott an angle cooler before, and his goal and his job was to fill it with snacks. Now I brought mine. Mine is full of chocolate.
That's not fair.
Not because I love chocolate necessarily, but because Scott does. And we've got a lot of Halloween candy in there. Let's see what you got.
Skittles for Melissa.
That
so
is
she
my
doesn't
favorite.
crash.
That is my favorite. What else you got in there?
Oh,
A lot of
M&Ms,
drinks.
Lots of drinks.
Negative 10 points, no Diet Mountain Dew.
No Diet Mountain Dew. She drank it all.
That
But
could be true.
her soft spot, that's right.
Yeah, you know who this is for? Me, and then pork chop, because then I can share my snacks with Chop. So you did. I don't know, I think we'll call it a tie.
We got each other covered.
Except for the Diet Mountain Dew. We're gonna have to step that game up. So now, when I hunt, I'm just gonna bring a snack bag instead.
Melissa Buckman is hunting with Scott Kewen from Deer Meadows Outfitters. Glassing bucks from a distance, Scott is looking for a specific deer.
When you come here, you're not just hunting bucks, you're hunting a certain buck. That's the management practices that we have. I have folders on every mule buck that we have, every place it's at, what age it is, what genetics it has, and that's how we determine which one gets harvested and which one doesn't.
Well, we're out here doing a little glassing again this morning. Beautiful morning, another day of great temps. We've got a southwest wind today, not too windy yet, so I'm hoping we can have a good chance. Now the buck that we're after, Scott spotted him yesterday in this area, but right now with the rut going on, the deer are just all over the place. We've seen some really good bucks, but he's got one in particular he wants us to go after, so we're hoping we can find him today. We've got great temperatures, great day, the rut is on. Hopefully we'll get it done. A lot of times we like to see the bucks first, but on this trip, we just weren't seeing the bucks we were looking for. So we were just kind of easing along, glassing each bull, looking through, getting the wind in our face, getting the sun in their eyes, and trying to make sure that we were checking every little spot to see if these deer would be there.
The age class we target is on the really mature bucks that have the chance between age 5 and 6. They're pretty much gonna laterally move score-wise. 4-year-olds, they should take a big burst between 4 and 5, and if they don't, that tells me that they're not going to do it again. But with the type of bucks that we have, the genetics that we have, and every year we're just getting better and better at determining, you know, which buck is gonna do what and which one isn't. And, you know, a 7-year-old deer is what we want to take out of the herd.
The one I saw a few minutes ago was bigger. He was older. I know he's here somewhere. I know it.
And I'm looking for that specific age class, that specific buck. And I knew it when I found him.
You're 100% sure.
She didn't trust me. She only gave me like a 50%.
There's more spot and stock hunting in the Sandhills when we return. Stay with us right here on Winchester Deadly Passion.
Winchester Deadly Passion is presented by Winchester, the American legend, Matthews Archery, DSG Outerwear, doing something great, Fleet Farm, built for real life, Silent Legion Suppressors, embrace the silence, Everly Stock, go in light, come out heavy, Reinhardt, the best archery targets in the world, Winchester, the American legend, Bino Dock, what a cup holder should be, Safari Club International, first for hunters, Redneck Blinds, the best hunting blinds on the planet, and Boss Buck, for the most user-friendly and dependable feeder on the market. Now you're getting serious. This segment was brought to you by Safari Club International, first for hunters. Show your hunter pride by joining today at safariclub.org.
Melissa Bachman and Scott Kewen of Deer Meadows Outfitters finally found the target buck they've been after. While stalking into position, they lost the buck and had to reposition fast after the buck chased a doe out of sight.
I know he's here somewhere. I know it.
When we snuck up on the deer, it kind of threw us for a loop because at first we saw a younger one, good genetics, but that's not the one we're after.
Scott crawled over and he said, the buck is there, right? So I sneak up, get my sticks all set up, and there's a little buck on the other side, and I'm thinking, Scott, have you lost your mind, or is this buck you want me to shoot? And so we've got this little buck, and he's like, there was a big one there, I promise. And I'm thinking, yeah, sure, good story. But all of a sudden, I looked over to the right, and there was a big buck and a doe.
I think he's this one to the right.
What's that one?
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
How far is that?
227.
As soon as she clears, I'm gonna take him.
He's clear.
Okay, I'm gonna take him.
Nice shot.
Wow, I think that was a good shot. Wow, what crazy. That was a longer shot than we usually
Well, yeah. He worked around, but he turned sideways. That doe stood back of him for such a long time.
I squeezed the trigger and I knew I had a good shot. Somehow, Scott missed the shot. Not sure if he was sleeping or taking a little nap.
That's right, but you know, the buck itself is 7 years old, big mature buck. We've used him as a breeder buck for years, covering does, and it's time for the next step, the younger bucks to come up and cover the does. Looky there.
What?
Looky there. That's what I'm talking about.
Woo!
Oh my goodness.
That is a
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that.
Wow.
Look at
What
this.
a nice deer.
Holy cow.
Jeez. Beautiful buck. We're out here at Deer Meadows. We have had such an incredible trip. We have seen one buck after another. We got this buck. This is the buck we've been after the whole time. He's got a broke front fork and back fork. Fighter, just a huge body, an old mature buck, and this is what we're really looking for. Just a beautiful deer right in the peak of the rut, and we got it done. Perfect shot.
Perfect shot.
Deer
Well
season
done.
XP.
Well
Dropped
done.
a big old mule deer like this. It was awesome.
We've been chasing him around.
Yes.
Good job. Excellent
Beautiful
job.
deer. Wow. A big, big mule deer, and the deer season XP, it did the trick. These are made specifically for the body size of a deer, so they go in, they blow up, and they have huge wound channels. Great results and no tracking. That is the best part. And by the looks of it, well, it definitely did the job. This is ammunition that's specifically made for deer. It drops deer in their tracks or very close by, so you don't have to be out trailing them, and it did it once again. Walking up to this buck, he was just as good as you could have ever imagined. Just a beautiful, big, old, heavy buck, huge neck, just an awesome experience. And to me, this is what it's all about. It's about the fun, the good times, and yes, taking a nice buck, I absolutely love it, but knowing that you have friends to come back to year after year, so many fun memories, cold weather, lots of snacks, good times, laughter, it's all right here at Deer Meadows, and I look forward to coming back each and every year for a wonderful mule deer hunt in the Sandhills.
Melissa, I've fallen and can't get up.
I'm not the cameraman, I can't hear you.
Take two.
Closed captioning is brought to you by SPYPOINT trail cameras. Stunning picture quality combined with leading cellular technology will keep you instantly in the loop right from your phone. Follow Melissa on Twitter at Melissa Bachman, on Facebook at facebook.com/Winchester Deadly Passion, and Instagram at Melissa_Bachman for behind-the-scenes footage, photos, giveaways, and much more.